They ain't got nothing on you. 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 Hoes ain't got nothing.
Hello ladies, gents, or however you self-identify. Thank you for coming back to my channel. I cannot believe that y'all gonna keep coming back over and over again just to see me. I'm so thankful that y'all are here. But today's video will be yet another makeup tutorial. I promise you I will do something else in the near future. But please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to do that, okay? So if you want to see how I achieve this look, or you here just because, then keep on watching. So here I've already done my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Pomade in dark brown. And I use my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in the color Cafe. So here I'm using the NYX white eyeshadow base, and because I'm brown, I have to put this on my eyes when I want to do bright shadows so that it makes the colors pop. Because if I just put bright shadows on brown skin, you're really not going to see it. You might see it a little bit, but you're not going to see it that much. So I'm just patting this all over my eyelid, packing it more onto the lid because that's where my brightest color will be. But, you know, making it a little bit thinner towards the top, but yeah, doing that on both eyes. And I'm just using my finger because that's the best way that you can put this on. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. blending brush and use the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette with the pressed pigments, and I'm going to take that yellow color at the bottom right and blend that as a transition color. I don't think that these colors have names in this palette. It's just the yellow shade at the bottom. It's really only one yellow shade. But yeah, I'm going to blend that out at the top as my transition color. And I'm just going to blend until it looks seamless. So here I'm going to take a tapered blending brush and go into my Morphe 35M Boss Mood palette, and I'm going to use the color Talk Dirty. And I'm going to use this as a transition color. So I'm going to be working this into my crease and blending that out with that yellow to darken it up between the yellow and the bright color that I'm going to use on my lid. So I'm just going to blend that out really good until it looks like the colors are running together. Okay, so here I'm using my NARS concealer and yet another cheap hair store brush. Don't sleep on the hair store brushes. They'll get you right now for like 99 cents. But I'm going to take that concealer and put it on that brush. And I'm going to put that on my lids. I'm going to pack it on there so that the color that goes on top of this that's going to go on my lid will really pop. And this also makes sure that the color stays in one place and doesn't transfer to my crease colors. Okay, so right here I realized that wasn't going to be bright enough for that color. So I went back in that NYX eyeshadow base and added some more of that on my lid. So I'm going back in that NYX palette and using that orange shade that's at the top. And I'm going to use my eyeshadow C brush by e.l.f. And my brush was wet. So this is really going to end up being a big fail. And I'm going to end up using another color for my lid. But y'all going to see what's going to happen. So here I am wasting my time, messing up. And I mean, I'm really getting it on there too. Look at me, think I'm doing something. Really, it's finna fail. And when y'all see me use the other color, y'all gonna be like, why didn't you just use that color from the start anyway? Because you can barely even see that. What am I even doing? You can kind of tell where I realized that it's messing up. It was like caking up. It wasn't smooth. Okay, so here I'm going back in that NYX palette, and I'm using that color that's at the bottom right beside that yellow. And I'm going to blend that into the yellow. Well, actually, in this moment, I'm blending that yellow and that color beside it together. And see, the eyeshadow was just, it was rubbing off, like, and I'm still trying to make it work, but I'm like, And then I'm like, maybe the camera can't see it, maybe they can't see it, so I'm just leave it. So now I'm going into the Morphe palette using Fire Up, and when I tell you it's finna be bomb, it's finna be. Now look how bomb that eyeshadow is. NYX, you have disappointed me. Morphe, I love you so much. Because look how that eyeshadow is popping. And I'm steady putting some on there because it is popping and I am loving it. That look good. Girl, you doing that. Okay, so here I go fooling with that NYX palette again. But I'm going to take that orange shade that's all the way at the top right, and I'm going to blend that into my transition, into my crease, and kind of into the lid color so that it can all blend together and look like colors that are just melting together. Okay, for some reason, I'm still packing that color on my eyes. I don't know why. At this point, I'm ODing, but I'm next going to go on with the Rimmel London liquid eyeliner and give myself a 5 wing liner. And I'm going to make it pretty thick, but it may look a hot mess while I'm doing it, but it's all going to come together at the end, I promise. So just bear with me. Bear with me. This is really my first time ever doing a thick wing liner, and I think, well, I would like to say that it turned out pretty good for my first time. My lines were pretty smooth. So next, I'm going to be using the Ardell Wispy Lashes number 601 and just putting these on real smooth like, working it out. And then I'm going to go back over that and apply some more of that liquid eyeliner to just make sure that my lines are all together and that they're straight after I put the lashes on, because sometimes the lashes can mess up your liner a little bit. So I'm just going to go back in and fix whatever I see needs to be fixed. Y'all, here go my mama calling me talking about you in that room putting on makeup. Okay, so here I'm taking the Super Fan Out Mascara by Smashbox and applying that to the lashes to make them pop and to blend my real lashes in with the false lashes. So I did the other eye off camera and I think it looks pretty good. So next I'm going to go in with the Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator by NYX and use this as a primer and to make my foundation and all my makeup glow. Okay, so I'm going in with my MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NW57 with my Morphe foundation brush, the M439, and I'm just blending that foundation out. I'm going to blend it down my neck. I'm going to blend it on my ears. I mean, I might overdo it a little bit with the blending, but you know what? Actually, you cannot blend too much. So I'm going to just blend till this looks like my skin. So here I'm going to be taking that NARS concealer and using this as a highlight under my eyes, on my chin, around the top of my mouth, under my nose, and down the bridge of my nose. Not on that forehead because my forehead is too big for all that. Now y'all know I was going to pull out my favorite blending brush from the hair store. It's no way I could do my makeup without this brush. It's no way. So right now I just sprayed that brush with some rose water and I'm blending that highlight out till I can't blend no more. This brush is so good, like I'm barely doing anything. The brush is doing all the work. I might as well not even be in the video because the brush is doing it all. So I'm just gonna keep blending that out, keep blending that out, keep blending that out. Y'all better go find y'all one of these brushes. Trying to tell you. So next I'm going back in with that Morphe brush that I used to do my foundation with, and I'm just blending out the edges so you cannot tell where the highlight ends and begins. Begins and ends, whatever. So using the Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in Terracotta, I'm about to pick that hair store brush up one more time and use it to pack this under my eyes, and I'm really gonna just brush it right off right after this. So I'm taking my MAC 129 brush and I'm gonna brush all of that Revolution powder off as best as I can, and it's gonna leave me a nice highlight on top of that highlight that I already had. And it's going to set all of it so it doesn't move. And it's not going to crease under my eyes. If you know me, you know exactly what song I'm singing. Well, maybe you can't because it's going fast, but yeah. So here I'm going to be using that MAC 129 brush and going into my MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NW45 and putting this under my eyes and pretty much everywhere I highlighted. Don't really know why I'm doing this, but this was my first piece of MAC makeup, so I'm going to use it till it's gone. I don't really need it, but I'm going to use it anyway. So I'm going back into my Morphe palette into the shade Fire Up, and this time I'm going to smoke this bad boy out under my eyes, and it's going to look good. That orange is going to pop under my eyes, and it's going to make my eyes pop. It's going to make my eyes look like the sun. Just look at that. I love that color. So here I'm going back into my mascara by Smashbox, and I'm going to struggle to do my bottom lashes. Okay, so here I'm going into my Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, and I'm going to use the shade Coin, and I'm going to take a MAC brush. I think that's, let's see, that is, okay, I can't find it right now, but I'm going to pop that into my tear duct and give this look a little bit of extra pop. So here I'm taking my Ulta Beauty Baked Bronzer and using a fan brush to apply this to the highs of my cheeks, the bridge of my nose, my Cupid's bow, I think I did in this video, and my chin. So here I'm using my NYX lip liner in the shade Club Hopper, and I'm about to apply this bomb lip gloss by Booksome called Selena, and it's like this just unicorn vibe, silver shimmer kind of gloss. So here is the finished look. I done popped my wig on real quick, and I'm serving face, honey. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling myself, you could tell. But how can you not when you look this good, girl? But if you like this look, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in my next video.